the Akjagora, the Redeemer Prime, and Mesa Prime here, even though it doesn't say it on the news terminal yet, it should do soon, because that's usually things that they put in here, have been here for 100 days. In theory, should still say 100 days when this video actually gets put up, so here's hoping. Possibly 101 by the time you watch this. Usually they end about 90 days. She is late. We already know that Equinox is replacing her. This will happen on April the 2nd. And all this means is that the Prime access that brought Mesa Prime, the Jagora Prime, and the Redeemer Prime will be going into... It won't be available anymore. The parts are still available, the relics are still available, you just can't buy them. It also means that the operator stuff will also be going in. The Mesa Prime accessories will be going away. But with all of her parts, the weapons, and her herself still being available, the relics will still drop. Oberon Prime, the Silva Aegis Prime, and the Sybaris Prime, however, will be entering the Prime Vault on April the 2nd as well, which means that the relics for these will no longer drop. You can still trade the parts, you can still use relics that you have, just new ones will no longer be obtainable. So if you are farming that Oberon Prime or the Sybaris Prime, you have until April the 2nd to farm for the relics. Come April the 2nd, the relics will be gone, but as I said before, if you have the parts, you can still use them, you can still trade them, you can buy them. If you don't have them, the relics that you have, you will be able to still use, you just can't get newer ones. But with Mesa's Prime Access actually ending, it means that her helmet here, which is only obtainable if you buy the Prime accessories, will also be going. Is it in here anyway? No. The Prime Vault is also closing, which means that on March the 26th, Frost Prime, Ember Prime, the Glaive Prime, the Sicarus Prime, the Reaper Prime, I do believe, yes, Frost has that, and the Latron Prime will also no longer be available. Their relics will stop to drop in the game on the 26th, even though, if we read down here, they will be coming out of the vault. Yeah, I think somebody kind of missed this, because it opens on January the 29th. No, it's been open since January the 29th. It is ending on March 26th. I'm assuming, considering they ended or started a day later in Europe and Asia and Japan, that more than likely it will be kind of similar things. It will end around the 26th, 27th for Europe, 27th for Asia, 29th for Japan, but if I remember correctly, these dates are just for PlayStation 4, because they work on different, yes it actually is, PlayStation 4 regions. So they will close a day later for Europe, Asia, 2 days later for Japan, but still March 26th, the relics for Frost Prime, Ember Prime, Sicarus Prime, Reaper Prime, Latron Prime, Oberon Prime, and I now can't remember what Oberon came with. There it is, the Silva Aegis Prime and the Sybaris Prime. All the relics for those will be going back into the vault, or into the vault. Oberon will be April 2nd, Frost and Ember will be March 26th. But once they go in the vault, you cannot get the new relics. The parts are still obtainable, you can still trade for them, as I've mentioned before. Its Mesa Prime access will also end on April 2nd, and Equinox Prime will be turning up. Sadly, confirmed to have a ton of parts. So she's going to be an interesting one, and maybe Equinox should have been the one that was around for a little bit longer. Because we have the day aspect, the night aspect, the 3 parts for each, and then the part to combine them. This is just normal Equinox. I'm assuming Equinox Prime will probably work in a similar way. We will have to wait until April the 2nd to find out, but we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch yous next time!